This is Goku Sun DBZ and welcome back for a new top 20 list. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I thought it was time to do an update for my personal favorite animes of all time. 2025 edition. With that said, music in the background is going to be a variety of different music from the Silent Hill series. So, with that said, let's get to it, shall we? First, we have a ton of honorable mentions first. And definitely some of the ranks have changed over time for the most part, as I've been introduced in some newer animes as well, and some older animes I've come to like less or like more. So, with that said, honorable mentions. First up, Paranoid Agent, Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura. Also, Ronin Warriors, an old time classic from the 90s. Also, Beyblade, another classic, as well as Monster Rancher, seasons 1 through 5 of Pokemon, but predominantly season 1, the Kanto region. Also, honorable mentions, a very unique one, Samurai Pizza Cats, as well as Gundam the 8th MS Team, Corrector Yui, also Agent Cutie Honey, Golden Boy, All My Goddess, which is an all time classic, Vendread, and definitely a unique one for the last honorable mention, Bible Black. Coming in at number 20. And I divide up the Dragon Ball series and stuff as a whole. So, expect multiple Dragon Balls to be mentioned. I decided to divide it up from one specific series. So, with that said, coming at number 20 is Dragon Ball Super. And I have not watched any episodes of the newest series of Dragon Ball as of yet. So I have no opinions, but Super comes in at 20. It is my least favorite of the main four of the series, honestly. And I do recommend still checking out the anime Super. It is still solid and good. I mean, it still made it to my top 20 favorite animes. Coming at number 19, however, is Guard, one of the most criminally underrated mech animes of all time, in my personal opinion. It was done by ADV Films before they would close up shop. They were briefly one of the biggest English dubbing companies. A good chunk of their properties they did dubbing for is now controlled by Funimation. But number 19, Die Guard, Office Workers Saving the World, which is really funny. It's a great kaiju style anime. If you're at all interested and you like mech anime and stuff, check it out. Coming at number 18 is one of only two ties on here. 18 is a tie between a mech slash magical girl anime called Steel Angel Karumi, which is an all time classic. Season 1 is fantastic. Season 2, so so. Also, speaking of similar, first season of another anime, Gray, in season 2 was 50-50 for me. Tied with Steel Angel Karumi at 18 is Sword Art Online. If you ever get a chance, if you haven't watched, I recommend season 1. To me, is top tier. Also, coming at number 17 is Street Fighter 2V, another great anime I highly recommend checking out. Street Fighter 2V, if you're at all a fan of Street Fighter, it is great, especially for fans of Street Fighter 2 game and also the Alpha series. I think would appreciate this. A lot of the English dubbing is actually pretty solid. I think the voice they got for Bison is excellent, and many other things I like about it. It's probably one of the best Street Fighter, I think, adaptations. Coming at number 16 is Dragon Ball GT, which is my third favorite. Yes, I actually like GT more than Super. I am happy in recent years I've seen finally GT is getting a little more respect and a little more love than it used to. I was one of the biggest and only defenders of GT back in the 2000s. It's weird. I knew no one else where I lived that was a fan of GT. Everyone else hated on GT. And I'll say it, I actually like the Dragon Ball GT rap opening intro music. Yeah, don't get me hold against me. Dan Dan is great. The English dub version play used in Canada, but I still like the American rap, honestly, intro for GT. And with that said, it's a guilty pleasure. Coming in at number 15 is another one that's been up here for a long time, thanks to an old friend of mine. Introduced me to this anime. If you want a good comedy with really funny moments between characters, coming at 15 is Ouran High School Host Club. It is definitely a anime I've enjoyed a lot and I've watched beginning to end like 5 times. Coming in at number 14 is one that is definitely, I feel, still criminally underrated to this day. Is a great anime. The English voice cast is S tier in my opinion. Overall, I like the world and everything with the van ships and just the whole world between the different, seeing the political structure and everything is fascinating and unique. Coming at 14 is Last Exile. Coming in at 13, one of the most definitive mech animes of all time. At 13 for me goes to Gundam Wing, which is my second favorite Gundam series. Coming in at number 12 is actually one, I guess, other tie I should mention, but coming at 12 is a tie between my top two favorite Digimon series. Coming in at number 12 is a tie between Digimon Frontier and Digimon Tamers, which the person who would create Digimon Tamers happens to also do another anime. It's a little higher up this list. Coming at number 11 is a combination of both Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Hopefully I'm saying it correctly, but for me, yeah, Naruto is a anime I've come more around to over time and appreciate more now. I still think the sequel series is far superior, but still, I'll admit I've softened up over the years to the original Naruto series. With that said, coming in at number 10 is the original classic Dragon Ball, which is still excellent and amazing to this day. And I have a real fondness for this anime. By far my second favorite of the different series of the Dragon Ball franchise. Coming in at number 9 is arguably basically my favorite mech anime of all time. Coming at number 9 is also, in my opinion, the best Gundam series of all time. At 9 is G Gundam. And of course, Shining Gundam is S tier. Master Asia is one of the key reasons why I love this series so much with Master Gundam, and the fact his actual horse also pilots the robotic horse for Master Gundam, also the Dark Gundam, and many others. I just get a kick out of a lot of the characters in G Gundam more, and the theme song is still god tier in my opinion today. Also coming in at number 8 is an anime that continues gradually going up over time, and I appreciate the fact you can actually learn some economics from the anime is all the better, the fact you actually learn as you watch. And I love Holo, the main, well, dual characters. But Holo is awesome character. I love her. Coming at number 8 is Spice and Wolf. I love both the manga and the anime. It is S tier, and I wish they would freaking do a season 3 already. I know most of us have been waiting well over a decade now for Spice and Wolf season 3. Coming in at number 7 is also done by the guy who did Digimon Tamers. And that is another anime that continues to go up gradually over time, making it all the way to number 7 favorite anime ever now. And 7th place goes to Serial Experiments Lane. Lane is superb and it has aged very well. It is more, I think, realistic and it relates better to modern day society obsession with technology, AI, and everything. This anime, it's hard to believe this anime was originally worked on and done basically around 1999. I would see it around 2004, but the fact it is more relevant now than it was then. Just like The Matrix, just like Dark City, there are so many things that have aged so well. Demolition Man, These are all things that have aged very well over time, and I do highly recommend Serial Experimenting. As you can find most of the episodes here on YouTube for free, check it out. It is one of the best things I think Pioneer Entertainment ever did. Coming in at number 6 is a tie between two great animes if you love action. It's a tie at 6th place between Rurouni Kenshin, better known as Samurai X, one of the greatest samurai animes ever, and has actual elements of history of the Meiji Revolution as well as the Meiji era. And speaking as a fan of world history and love Japanese history, it is cool seeing a lot of actual elements and references to key figures throughout that time period. Of course, talking about individuals like of the Meiji government, the creation from the Tokugawa shogunate era, as well as many other things. It's just fascinating. Tied with it is another anime called Soul Eater, which is a great action anime with great sword play, ridiculously OP characters, and I love Death of the Kid, always will. Coming in at number 5 is one that's actually gone down rank over time for me personally. Coming at number 5 is Bleach. I admit I still like it a lot, and I'm so happy about they finally adapted, of course, the final like story and stuff with the big war and everything. But seriously, I still love Bleach to death. Coming at number 4, another great anime has remained in my top 5 for basically 20 years now. Coming at number 4 for me is Inuyasha. I will always love this anime specifically for uh, Lord, well, Sesshomaru being the biggie, but Naraku and the voice acting cast. I can't say anything not positive, especially the Naraku voice actor is so excellent, as well as many other characters from throughout the series, like Moroku, Songo, Kilala. Just love all the characters and all of the soap opera drama that goes along to, of course, between Kikyo and Inuyasha. Coming in at number 3 was around 6th place last time I did one of these lists, and over time it has now entered my top 3 elite list. Coming at number 3 is Yu-Gi-Oh! It has aged better and better over time. I still love all the original voice cast, and I'll admit, even seasons that I wasn't a big fan of originally, I have come around to over the years. That being Waking the Dragons Season 4 with Darts. Darts actually is a very complex character, and it's crazy the amount of occult influence in it as a whole in the Yu-Gi-Oh series, but that's because they did take a lot of elements of actual Egyptian mythology and history, so I'm not surprised they used a lot of occult theology as a whole with the characters, especially season 4. The Sil Orichalco symbol is basically the symbol of Aleister Crowley. If you know anything about certain key figures in modern New Age movement, Crowley is a name that comes up quite a bit in music, especially rock music. Coming at number 2 has not changed in 25 years, basically. Coming at number 2 is Yu Yu Hakusho. I will always have this probably my number 2 favorite anime. Justin Cook kills it as the key character, of course, but the great banter between all the different characters, and the fact you hear a lot of the Dragon Ball Z voice cast also in this, like the fact the original voice actress who did Frieza also does Master Genkai, and many others. Of course, Christopher Sabat doing many different characters over the years, such as Kuwabara, of course, also doing Ryzen and many others. It's just great. Honestly, as a whole, Yu Yu Hakusho just kills it still. Coming at number 1 is, of course, absolutely no debate, Dragon Ball Z comes in at number 1. Come on, my channel name, for goodness sakes. It's no surprise. It is and will always be my favorite anime. This is what made me a hardcore fan. My introduction to anime was Macross, better known as Robotech in the West. But with that said, Still, Dragon Ball Z as a whole remains my favorite series, and it probably always will remain my favorite anime. With that said, I'll see y'all next time. Stay safe. Give me your thoughts. What are some of your absolute favorite animes, and what are your opinion on my rankings? Plus, the change of some of the stuff over the years. With that said, I'll see y'all again soon. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel. Stay safe out there.